Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while, almost 6 months since I put out my last video, but I've been exceptionally busy over the past 6 months. And I am going to explain to you guys why I quit my six-figure job to start my own business and work for myself. I'm gonna explain what the business is that I started and what it is that we do. I'm also going to speak on the benefits of being self-employed, as well as the drawbacks of being self-employed. So what prompted me to want to leave a six-figure job to work for myself? The main thing was I didn't really feel fully fulfilled in the position that I was in. Where I worked, it was great. It was a great company. My bosses were amazing. Everybody that I worked with was amazing, but I didn't feel like I was getting what I really wanted or needed from the company or from what I was doing in that company. And I really wanted a different experience to be able to grow a company, work with other nurses to help build nurses up, create an environment where nurses can grow and expand into their careers, and then also create a superior patient experience that is not something that I had experienced in the industry that I chose to create my business in. So what is this business that I created where I felt like I was gonna do good enough that I could quit a six-figure job to do it? Well, it's a nursing staffing agency. So as a nursing staffing agency, our goal is to find highly experienced, qualified nurses, and then connect those nurses to specialty pharmacies that have patients that need to be infused with specialty medications in the home. These specialty medications can range from various different medications, but primarily what we deal with and what the nurses that work with my company deal with is IVIG, biologics, enzyme replacement, medications like that. So those are basically what it is that we do as a nurse staffing agency, is we find really good qualified nurses, and then we connect those nurses to the specialty pharmacies so that those nurses can render nursing care of the specialty pharmacy patients. If you're curious of what an IV infusion nurse is, I will put the link in the comments below to a video that I created explaining what IV infusion nurses do and what you need to know to become an IV infusion nurse. So what are the benefits of being fully self-employed and creating your own company? Really, the number one benefit is being able to go after and chase your passions and being exceptionally passionate about what it is that you're doing day to day. When you're chasing your passions and really going after your career that you're passionate about, it allows you to put in that extra work and really work hard for your business to succeed. And when you put in that extra time, it directly correlates to your own benefit. When you work for another company, you definitely can move up the ladder, but the problem is it doesn't directly correlate to you most of the time. When you have your own company and you're very passionate about what it is that you do, the hard work that you put into that company will directly correlate to your success in most cases. The other benefit of being a part of your own organization and creating your own company is that when you encounter a pain point or you encounter something that isn't quite working, it's exceptionally easy for you to pivot. When you work in a large organization, there's certain things that certain steps that you have to take to accomplish a goal or change something. There's a lot of people that have to agree, but when you have your own company, if you encounter something that isn't quite working or isn't quite the way that you want it to be, it's very easy to pivot and really adjust your direction so that you can correct those issues and really continue to grow as a company and create an environment that you want to see for both yourself and your patients and the people that are working with your company. The other benefit of owning your own company is it allows you to use your experience within your profession to directly benefit yourself. And what I mean by that is I have about 10 years of experience in the medical field, and I'm able to take that experience that I've gained over those 10 years and directly pour it into this company and really create something that doesn't exist within the field that I chose to create my company in. And that experience that I have and have gained over the years has directly correlated to creating a company that really answers a lot of problems for a lot of people and really offers a level of excellence within home infusion that doesn't exist right now. The other benefit of having a company that I created is it allows me to create an environment that I've always wanted since I started in the nursing field or in the medical field. And that's one that's really based on transparency, education, hard work, and growth within your career field. Owning your own business is not all perfect. There are quite a few drawbacks to owning your own business and working for yourself. A big drawback to starting your own business is the fear of failure. I will say that this fear is real and you really can't understand it until you quit something like a full-time job and jump into your business full-time and rely on or have faith in yourself that you will succeed in something that you set out to do. That fear of failure is extremely powerful, and honestly, it's a big reason why I think a lot of people don't start their own business is because they think that they're gonna fail, or that fear of failure is very powerful and overcoming it can be very difficult sometimes. The other drawback of owning your own business, especially when you're first starting out, is having a consistent paycheck. When you work for a company, you work so many hours and you know that you're gonna get paid so much money. When you own a business and create a business for yourself, that luxury is no longer there. Sometimes you're gonna do really well, sometimes you're not gonna do so well. And in the beginning, it can be a little bit tough because initially you're not making a ton of money. Until you get rolling and start get business into your company, you can sometimes not make nearly as much money as you did when you were working for a company full-time. So again, that fear of failure and then that lack of a consistent paycheck can definitely be a drawback and something that makes starting your own business exceptionally difficult. Again, when you first start up, income can be kind of slow to come in. So it's very important that you plan for that and that you have some type of savings that you can utilize until your business gets up and running and starts to turn a profit. Another drawback to owning your own business and working within your own business is healthcare or health insurance. Health insurance can be a very big motivating factor to work for a company or a hospital so that you can receive those benefits and those health insurance benefits. The problem with being self-employed is that this can be kind of difficult to obtain until you know what it is that you're looking for and you can reach out to the correct people to find what it is that you need for health insurance. It can also be a little bit more expensive upfront to pay for those benefits, those health insurance benefits, compared to working for someone else. It is also important that when you are planning for your business, that you also have an exit strategy. You know, we don't want to fail, we don't plan to fail, and the fear of failure is exceptionally powerful, but you have to go into this business idea in a very systematic way and then also have a plan to exit. And what I mean by that is you need to have a goal or an expectation that at a certain time, if you don't reach a certain level as far as financially, then you have the plan in place to allow you to pivot and then transition into something different. Because at the end of the day, you know, and again, this is a drawback of owning a business. Not every business is going to be successful. And honestly, most people that are working on starting a business, they typically fail at 3 or 4 businesses before they finally find a business that does become successful. So it's always important that when you go into that business, that you don't kind of succumb to being fearful of failure, but that you do have a plan in place so that if things aren't working out exactly the way that you want them to, that you have a way to pivot and get out of that situation so that you don't find yourself in a difficult financial situation down the line because you didn't plan to have an exit strategy. So Was quitting my six-figure job worth starting my own business and working for myself? Honestly, I can't quite answer that question yet. It's only been about 9 months since I started the business, and I'm really still figuring it out. What I will say though is I'm very proud of what I've created. I'm very proud of the work that we're doing and the patient care that we're offering to our patients. There is a big lack of quality nursing within the field that I've been working in, and that's what my company has really tried to fill and create a level of excellence within home infusion that doesn't exist. So to answer that question, I don't know. But I will say that I love what I've created, I love what I do, and I'm extremely passionate for my company and for the entrepreneurial spirit that I'm putting into this. Past 6 to 9 months have been exciting, terrifying, and some of the best months of my life though. And I'm exceptionally excited for what the future holds for this company and for myself and my family. So I'm going to be creating a lot of content around this subject because this is what I've been doing for the past 6 months and will continue to do for the foreseeable future. So I'm going to be documenting this process. I'm going to be creating a lot of content around this process, hopefully educating and inspiring others to do the same thing or even better than what I'm doing. And really guys, I just want to create an environment or a channel that is educational, entertaining, and something that really helps people better themselves in the environment that they find themselves in. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, as I'm going to be putting out a lot more content in the future. And as always guys, thank you.